Hey everyone, and welcome back to I Suck at Reading. So I believe I read this in the last episode. I can't remember, so I'm gonna do it again. Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I will be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated the moment the girl's words reached my ears, my head spinning wildly. Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to say to that. Good luck, hero. You're going to need it. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. Well, that's pretty sad. It was a brief look. The sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Fuck, what do I say to that? Ooh, trees! Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around and to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. I should probably head home. That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices could be heard nearby. Get back here! Hikage, stop them at once. Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them. I'm trying to stop them. Aha! I think they noticed what's missing, Oni-sama. Jesus Christ. Keep running, little one, and we might just make it. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footfalls could be heard nearby. Well, this, escalated rather quickly. What's going on here? Further ahead, I saw a couple of girls in fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there was something off about this scene, something that didn't make any sense. I just don't know what to say about this. The girls being chased had the ears and the tail of an animal, and the pursuers appeared to be armed with a katana and naginata. You conniving fox, come back here at once. Return what you stole immediately. Give me back my panties. Okay. Hikage, how could you say something out loud like that? Panties. This is awesome. Oh no, help save us from the rampaging women. As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the two girls armed with rather realistic-looking props, surely they couldn't be real, had me worried. I couldn't very well call myself a hero if I let something like this go by without acting. What the fuck are you gonna do? I'm so going to regret this. Mumbling in annoyance, I chased after the girls. Hikage, go around to the left. Right. I said left! Why do you always undermine me? I wasn't saying right, I was... You know what, never mind, just run after that. As I was chasing the girls, I noticed that the trees seemed to be getting denser, making it gradually more difficult to navigate along the path. Oni-sama, I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to feel a bit... Just a little longer, Mako-chan, we're almost... Mako, not that, not now. So sorry, Oni-sama. Scissor attack! I love that I can't see what the fuck is going on. So realistic. I arrived just in time to find a scene taken straight from an action movie. The girl with the blonde hair had collapsed, held in her companion's protective embrace. The two armed girls were approaching them, almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. See, I'm sucking at reading. Any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. Those girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them. We got you now, thieves. I'm going to personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both put in the stocks. The stocks? Maybe I'll even show you how it feels to run around without any undies on. Are you shit? Yeah, although I must admit, having your breeze down there... Okay. What the fuck am I reading? A breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Keeps you feeling fresh and tingly. Oh, what the fuck? Hikage, goodness, don't you have any shame? This isn't about you. It's about our undergarments. Stolen. And these two criminals are being brought to justice. Yeah, Onisama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shit's going to be okay, little one. Hey, guards, if you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch. Stop it right there. Before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. Whatever it was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew flustered. I can't see who the hell tosses peeling the items off my face. I raised them into the air, looking like a professor examining an important sample while the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and lacy black panties. Well, alright. Oh boy, I knew this wasn't going to end well. Ah, you there. Are you in cahoots with those crafty foxes? Well, that's fucking polite. And hand those back immediately. Those are evidence of a crime and not for anyone else to touch. Drop the panties right now. I'm innocent until proven guilty. It's one of the golden rules of the court. Just stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into shish kebab. What? No, stop. Shut up. Just drop the evidence and walk away. I'm Tsukino Mio, chief of the village guards, and I'm ordering you to drop what you're holding right now. I don't know of any village guards, and I seriously doubt a cop would go around dressed like that and wielding a katana. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. Are you sure I should drop the evidence here? I mean, I could, but... Before I could react, the pink-haired girl lunged towards me, the pointy end of her naginata aiming for my gut. My reflexes caught on just in time, and I was able to palm away the spear as it sealed. I'm a seal! Fuck. As it sailed through the air, I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, sending it up into the air and causing the girl to lose her balance. Narumi, I didn't order you to attack. Fine, I'll give them back. Jeez, just my luck to find a bunch of crazy girls with weapons. Extending the hand that held the undies, I tried to hand them over, something that I would soon end up regretting. Ah, you think I'd fall for something so simple? Fool. You may have fooled me once, but I won't let that happen again. The woman swung her weapon wide, arcing the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge. She then lunged forwards and grabbed me tightly, pulling my arms around behind my back, leaving me with sore ribs and in a prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead to more fighting. With the possibility of ending up stabbed, I decided to remain passive. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly. Your methods might be crude, but they do get results, Hikage. Tie him up. We'll bring him in for questioning. He probably knows where those pesky thieves are hiding. Right. And people who wonder why criminals want to resist arrest at all costs. Some people are just dumb. I mumbled this weakly as the girl with the naginata tied my wrists together with rope, and I soon felt myself dragged by the duo towards the city. Surely, once we're out of the forest, you two will stop this act of yours and let me go, right? As much as I like to fool around, I have more important things to do. The city? Ha! We're not taking you all the way there. You'll be spending the night in this village cells, thief. Who are you calling a thief? I'm the victim. First I get undies tossed in my face. Then I had to deal with physical abuse, and now these accusations? Besides, there's no village around these parts. It's a city, you know. Tsukino Toshi? Silence, Hikage. If he speaks again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious. Tsundere, tyrant. That's funny. And that's how I ended up on my way to a jail cell, cuffed and dragged by two girls, both of who I started to suspect were crazy. Well, seems legitimate. They're crazy. When we exited the forest, alarms set off in my mind. The city I had lived in my whole life, it was gone. You've got to be kidding me. If I wasn't in Tsukino Toshi, then where the hell was I? Hey, no talking. Come on, I don't want to bop you that much. Kinda. Maybe a punch or two. I just want to know how the heck you blocked my strike so easily. Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was kind of predictable. With the right movement and enough force, that's the result you get. Anyway, I'll play along for a bit. Where in the world are we? This clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look more like they belong in some sort of classic samurai movie. Huh? What the heck is a movie? This is Harumaru. It's been here forever. Hikage, I thought I told you to silence him if he spoke again. Actually, you told me that I could, but you didn't tell me that I had to. She's got a point. Must be tough being a subordinate of someone like that. Be quiet or I'll silence you for good. This time it didn't seem to be an idle threat. The girl had unsheathed her katana. Fuck. Her katana was now resting the edge of the blade against my throat. I was already starting to regret having played a hero earlier. You already said that you would. Hopefully there would be someone with more common sense in the village. Several minutes later. All the fucking dots. I'm in jail. I soon found myself confined within a small room. The stern-looking tsundere of a girl glaring down at me, while the other girl, who was apparently called Narumi, seemed to have softened up a little. From what I had gathered during their conversations, they had called the village elder to help oversee my questioning. What purpose did these thefts have, or are you just some pervert who gets off sniffing girls' undies? I ought to castrate you. Okay, you have no right to do that, because he did not catch them like that on purpose, and you just jumped the gun, because you're a crazy bitch. I already told you, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, not to mention anything worn by you would probably smell sour. Jesus. I couldn't see too well from the cell where they had put me, but I was almost certain that I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Tsukino Dono, please call down? I know I'm not reading that wrong. Please calm down. You brought him in to learn the reason behind his presence in the forest, didn't you? That is correct, Elder Sama. I believe he was working together with the fox spirits to steal panties and other undergarments. Objection! Huh? What are you objecting to, young man? The evidence surrounding the defendant's accusation was fabricated. Narumi-san, would you please answer this question for the judge? Was the defendant, that is, myself, anywhere near those girls while you two were in pursuit of them? Hold it. Just who are you calling a judge here? Lower your voice or I will strike you down. Hey, Neo-san, maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. This guy clearly isn't a bandit. We could just ask him why he was up there in the woods. If he has a valid reason, then sure. If not, then he's clearly a panty thief. And we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard. Finally, and here I thought this was about to become a turnabout case. I sighed deeply, partly amused by my own act despite the seriousness of the situation. Who would have ever thought that thought mimicking characters from games and movies would end up getting me out of trouble? Well, shit happens. As long as I didn't become an ace prisoner, things would hopefully return out for the better. I'm just a little concerned that you're not worried about the punching bag part. A wise idea, Narumi-chan. How about you start by giving us your name? Gushiken Takahiro. So, what were you doing in the forest when these two were chasing the thieves? I'm not entirely sure myself. One moment I was praying at a shrine hidden inside the forest. Next thing I knew, some weird girl was talking to me. A girl? Yes, a girl with horns and a tail. I know it sounds weird, but I could have sworn I saw her before. Fucking hell. I saw her before I must have fainted. After that, I woke up somewhere in the forest. How many grammatical errors are in this fucking game? Tsukino Dono, Narumi-chan. Do you recall the stories behind the shrine near our village? Forgive me, Elder Sama, I do not recall. I know it's a place of high spiritual energy, a sacred place, but I can't remember the details. Sorry, grandfather. That shrine belongs to Suyuri, a powerful spirit that has been watching over our village for as long as anyone can remember. Unlike the fox spirits, we tend to avoid going too deep into the forest. I still think I could get rid of those pests once and for all if you would just let me go in and find their home. It's probably hidden in some damp cave on the hill or some run-down old house. Humans and spirits rarely mingle, even if they meet with good intentions. The fact that this lad says he saw a spirit means there's a chance he was there for a reason. Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems disoriented and his clothes look foreign. He did seem to be talking gibberish earlier. He claimed to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like that around for miles. He was also talking about something called a movie, he used some fighting techniques that I've never even seen before. He's still a pervert. How? The fuck did he do? I'm not a pervert. It's perfectly natural for a guy my age to be curious about certain things. Besides, if you're talking about how the panties ended up on my face, I had nothing to do with it, tsundere tyrant. What did you just call me? I ought to smash you to pieces, you brat. He's not glass. Oh, wait, now that I think about it, those two foxes did look like they were just abandoning them. But, grandfather, what does all this mean? I can't be certain. However, I believe it is unlikely that he's working together with the fox spirits. Still, I've never heard of any human to come upon a spirit such as Tsuyuri. I dare say he might not even be of this world. Wait, are you trying to say that I'm in a different world now? That would be the most logical explanation. What fucking hint did that, genius? In what world would that be considered logical? This one? But I have an important tournament to participate in 2 weeks from now. Well, no one has ever experienced something like this before. We will have to think of how to deal with you, or if it is even possible to get you back to your own world. In the meantime, a night in the cell won't hurt. He did assault a village guard. He resisted arrest. He could stay here until he rots for all I care, but I suspect the Elder will wish to have a talk with you soon. Hikage, I'm going to clean myself off. I suggest you do the same. I would take offense for implying that I stink, but that was one hell of a run. Is this... What the fuck? Is this going places? Fuck. Those fox spirits run fast. I would still like to know more about those techniques, Takahiro-san. If you do happen to stick around, I might want to go a few rounds with you. It's not like I'll be going anywhere for the time being. It is only for a few hours while we discuss what to do with you. A person such as yourself would end up causing quite the commotion amongst the villagers, so it is necessary to convince them that you mean them no harm before we release you. And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail cell, while the people responsible for my situation left to deal with personal errands. No, not greedy. Selfish fucks. This sucks. As if being sent to a different world wasn't bad enough, I'm stuck in jail with my only company being a pair of beautiful, magnificent, majestic fox sisters, you lucky boy. I'll fucking say. A pair of beautiful... Wait a fucking second. Yahoo! Hi there, Panty Boy. Well, that's a nickname. A familiar face appeared at the top of my cell, a blonde girl with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell, waving her hands at me. From the side of the cell, another girl appeared, a wry grin on her face. Ah, it's the panty thieves. If you're here to reclaim your hostages, they're already back where they belong. Nope, we saw the guards go into the baths and swipe the maiden's silk again. Look. With that, she pulled out a pair of lacy silken underwear from her sleeve and stretched it out with her thumb, showing off her panty prize to me. You came all the way back here to snatch their underwear again, and I'm not sure the tsundere tyrant fits that label. Okay. The cutie with the katana? You would be surprised. I happen to believe that she is as innocent as one can be. She seems far too uptight to let any man touch her. As for returning to the village, we have a debt to settle. I smiled weakly as I wondered what the fox meant by debt. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be, but I think you better leave before those two return. You don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait, if he doesn't know about it, we can just leave, Onisama. Meiko, that is not how we do things. Young man, your actions allowed us to escape our earlier predicament without harm. This places us in your debt, for which we are now repaying you. Meiko, do the magic. Okay. The girl walked forward and placed her hands upon the locked door of the cell. She began mumbling something that I couldn't even begin to understand, and her hands began glowing brightly. Different worlds, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic. Next on the list, I'm going to find a talkative magical sword and end up destined to save the world. Well, that sounds a lot like the familiar of Zero. That said, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock keeping me imprisoned. You're fucking dumb. Ha! The glow flared for a moment before quickly fading. There was a hiss, and then a sizzle as the lock dropped to the floor in a mess of melted metal. Well done, Meiko-chan. You did very well. Relax for now, alright? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be the most surprised about. The fact that our girl just melted a steel lock, or that I'm starting to accept that this is normal. This level of magic is extraordinary. Meiko-chan is quite gifted. But as I said, we are here to settle our debt. Now, if you would like, we can escort you back to the forest where we first encountered you. I do, however, suggest that you decide quickly. The guards do not bathe for long. I should know. I've observed them for a while. Okay. We know something about you. Well, I don't plan on sticking around, so I'll gladly accompany the two of you out of here. Maybe I'll be able to find my way back home. Lead the way, Peeping Tammy. Machiko. Sakurano Machiko, not Tammy. Takahiro, but I suggest we keep the introductions for later. Very well then. Taka-kun, follow. As I was stepping out of the cell, the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance. Thieves! Crafty fox, kleptomaniacs! I'll skin you alive! I think that's our cue to get out of here. And with that, the three of us started out of the prison. So many fucking problems. And that's pretty much what happened. According to the village elder, there's supposed to be a shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same one that I visited before I got caught up in this mess. Goodness, this sounds like a terrible situation. I know that spirits such as Suyuri enjoy playing with people, but this seems a little cruel of her. I would speak with her myself, but we, fox spirits aren't allowed near the shrine. Huh? I thought the reason we never go there was because you get all flustered whenever Suchan's around. Busted bitch. Shut up, Mako. I didn't realize a penny thief could get embarrassed like that. But maybe you two could show me the way to the shrine. Somehow the layout of this forest seems different from my world, which pretty much meant that Arya's map was useless now. You don't understand. There's more to the ways of us spirits than meets the eye, Taka-kun. I will try to navigate you to the shrine, but if Suyuri does not want us there, then we will simply not get there. The only places we can navigate to directly are our home and the village. I could use gate magic, but that takes a super long time to cast, and unless I concentrate really hard, it usually ends up just taking us someplace not fun. I think I'll prefer taking the ground route, but thanks for the offer, Mako-chan. Mako-chan, was it? That's right. Sakurano Mako, at your service. Yay! My first human friend. She's so bubbly and wonderful. Silly girl. Not that I doubt your navigation skills or anything, but didn't we cross this path a while ago? Oh, you're right. Why are we back here, Onisama? Huh? I thought you were leading the way. Wait, I think if we turn this way, cut through the trees here, we might... Ah, the girl seemingly disappeared out of sight as she stepped in between two tall trunks, only to be followed by a loud splash. I ran towards the trees and looked down to see the girl, arms flailing wildly, neck deep in a slow-moving river. Ah, Onisama, quick, please, you have to help her. I'm begging you, I'll do whatever you want, just please save her. Help! It doesn't look that deep, you know. Don't tell me that your sister she can't swim. Neither of us can. Splendid! Please, Takahiro-sama, please rescue my sister. I guess I don't have a choice. Smiling weakly, I pulled off my jacket and dove into the river, the cold water sending shivers down my spine as I swam towards Machiko, who, despite the lack of a strong current, was slowly disappearing under the water. Alright, that's, I'm just gonna leave it there. I can't remember if it was it saved? Yep, it was saved. Alright. So, I'm gonna end here. Damn, this episode, so much escalation, just 23 fucking minutes, god damn it. Well, yeah. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next installment of me sucking eggs at reading. Bye!